Good morning, good evening, good night, whatever it is, good afternoon to you all. Hello, Angie. Yeah, I'm trying to keep warm. I've got bed socks on, Ugg boots, tracky decks, dressing gown. So that's lovely. Hey, Wicca. Mona. Hey, Mona. Mona. Just what I want on a Sunday morning. That song in my head. Jamie, hello. Ashley, hello. Where are we? 84 degrees, and I'm putting on a long sleeve shirt, but that's okay. We won't talk about that. I'm from up north in the bush in the heat. So if it's for you guys, if it's not over like 102, 3 degrees, it's not hot. You have sound and vision. That's good. Maybe good. How many cups of coffee? I don't drink coffee, but I have had half a glass of the Pepsi Max. The Pepsi Max. Thea, hello. But I am kind of awake. Can't guarantee I'm functioning, but we'll see how we go. All right, I'm going to zoom. You're on the third cup. Yeah, no. Going to zoom. Zoom. Whoa, hope no one's been drinking because that was a wild ride there. All right. Okay, let's make sure it's in focus. So come in a little fast for it there. All right. Let me know if I'm blurry, because it's early in the morning. You'll be blurry. You sound more awake than chipper than normal. Because it's cold. I'm always a happier person when it's cold. I feel fresh. Wakes me up. No, I've actually slept really well the last few nights, so I think that's got a lot to do with it. You know, life is pretty good. I've got 2 more weeks left of my nemesis at work, and they're out the door. 2 more weeks till school holidays. I'm like, life is pretty good. I'm just wiping my desk down because it's gross and I can't handle it. I did wipe it down yesterday, but I must have, so it's going to wobble for a bit, but I must have kept going doing things, and hence it's no longer clean. Well, I don't mind having a dirty mat. I don't like having a dirty desk. All right. And you're back tomorrow. Yes. Hey, Heather. How's it going? I just want to go Palooza. Yes, Angie's coming back tomorrow, and I'm like, I don't know if I got room for it. What time does your flight get in, Angie? Saves me asking you again. I'm like, I've got a meeting at 3:30, so I'm hoping not then. I'm hoping I'm back. I think it's about 1, isn't it? I'm like, yeah. All right. Okay. Yeah, thought so. Yeah, Jules is coming with me. She's missed you too, so she's coming with me apparently. All right, let's get in and let's use all of these yellows that good old Arrtx has got in their pencils. Adie was telling me that Sarah Renee Clark was reviewing them, and she was having a good comment about all the yellows too. So I'm like, yeah, there's just a few. All right, let's go in with sand. But I have decided I can't give a actual opinion on these, because after seeing Shell struggle with the paper in this book last week, I'm like, could be the paper. Because even I noticed that it just wasn't taking any layers, and I thought it was the pencils. But It could be. Whoa! Someone stood on their keyboard. Unless she's trying to yell at me in some kind of language. Maybe it's like, futuristic, binary but not binary language. There we go. Hey, Yitzy. So I got. Yeah, that sounds like cat. I could make it sound like cat. Sounds like my cat Storm when she growls at me. I wonder if we counted if there's 67. No, there's more than 67 H's. No. But yeah, so after watching Shell struggle with this paper, I've got a feeling it might be the paper more than the pencils, So curious and curiouser. All right, let's have a look. You look like an interesting colour. What are you? Shortbread. Hold on, I'm going to make a bit of noise. I've got to get my sharpener out. Oh, sorry. Shortbread. Although Ashley could have been having the seizure that from my zooming. That could have been what was going on. Or maybe Yitzy was trying to catch the bird when it was like. All right, shortbread. I don't know what color this is, but let's just go with it, hey? Oh, it's very yellow. That is not that. All right, anyway. Okay, let's go with, what are you? Yellow ochre. That's always a good one. Yeah. Yes, let's blame it on the paper. Sounds good. Okay, yellow ochre. That's a bit more of a brownie yellow. Probably because it's yellow ochre. Makes a bit of sense, eh? I'm smarts here, people. The birds are starting up, so just wait. But you probably won't hear them as much today because I've got the windows closed because it'd be cold. So you probably won't hear them as much as you normally do. So I apologise to those that enjoy my birds. They are out there, but they're muted a little bit. Is anyone there? He's all gone quiet on me. What's going on? I'm like, hello, is anyone there? He's all like listening to the birds. All passed out from the wild ride. No worries. Yeah, food sounds good. Yeah, like I said, I've got the windows closed and the doors closed, so they're not as loud as normal. The people that have the sheep are selling their house, so I won't have the sheep going off in the morning soon. Be like, oh, I like the sound of the sheep. The birds start and then the sheep start. All right. Let's go for, what are you? Let's go goldenrod, see what happens there, hey? I was counting H's. No, I could tell it was more than 67. Hey, Dawn. How you going? I love seeing you come in, Dawn. My my mother's middle name is Dawn, and my grandmother's name, surprisingly, on my father's side was Dawn, and it was my first daughter's middle name because she was born at Dawn as well, and also obviously after her nana and her great grandmother, but it was Dawn with an E. But I love seeing the name Dawn. Yes, my first daughter's name was Isabella Dawn. So beautiful Dawn. Mona. Mona. Now it's like, now I've got it competing in my head with Beautiful Dawn from James Blunt. Hi. I'm like, yeah. There's about 150. Yeah, I could tell that there was over 100. That was close enough for me. I knew it was more than 67. I wasn't, you know, I was like, yeah, that's close enough. All right. I want to do. Yeah, you look good. A shot of red. Yeah, no, it is. It's really cool. And then I went on a cruise a while back, and the boat that I was on was called the Dawn Princess. And someone was pregnant but went early and ended up delivering on the ship before the helicopter could get out to her and stuff. And she called her little girl Dawn too. Ah, nice. Moreau. That's cool. But yeah, there was the discussion. There was the discussion in my car yesterday about how white European the names in my family are, and it's just because I kind of like old traditional names. Marie. I thought it might have meant to be Marie, but Moreau is pretty cool too. I like those traditional names, and as a teacher, I just want, I was like, my kids are having simple names, simple spelt names, and obviously, if you weren't aware, my last name is White. So when I say I'm white, that's what I'm talking about. It's not in any way, shape, form meant in a derogatory way. And the fact that my DNA kit come back and I'm like 98% white British heritage. But because Georgia is there, and my first daughter was Isabella and stuff like that. And then we were just talking about how oi, simple AR. Because Emily often discusses that she's going to take on my last name next year once she turns 18. And I'm like, her last name at the moment is quite it's not British sounding, it's German. And I'm like, if you take it on, it'll be such a generic, like, British name. Yeah, you could have. I actually went to school with a Diarmid. I had a student called Diarmid, and he's a great kid. So dark brown. Very sporty. But Padrig. We often talk about, because Emily, her boss is known as Patrick, but he is Indian. And she's like, I don't even know how to pronounce his Indian name, because I asked what it was. She's like, I don't know. And I'm like, okay. But yes, I was named after Debbie Reynolds and Tammy by the riverboat. Cool. Wow. Yeah. I know a few people that don't have middle names. George's middle name was going to be Rogue. Because I'm a geek, right? And X-Men and Rogue's cool, and X-Men. So her middle name was going to be Rogue. A way to get a little bit of geekdom in there and something a little bit different without it being a first name. And so that was what it was going to be. However, my nephew was a couple of years older than Georgia, so he was like a toddler, and he was addicted to Thomas the Tank Engine. And he'd just had a little brother that he got called Henry because of Henry the train in Thomas the Tank Engine. And so when he found out I was having a girl, or every time he spoke to me, he'd call the baby in my belly Emily, because that was the only girl train in Thomas the Tank Engine. And so when I had Georgia, it just didn't seem right not to include Emily as a middle name. Did I know I was going to end up with Emily as another daughter later on down the track? Not at all. So there's a lot of Emilys here. Okay, you're back for the moment. Nice. Oh, your dad just gave him initial. Wow. Just out. Cool. Nice. Well, apparently my grandparents were arguing whether they wanted Lee or they wanted Anne as my middle name. So my parents just hyphenated it, and I was Leanne. Hyphenated. So I've just given all of my details out in this stream. If you're going to hack me, can you at least give me some money in return, please? Because I don't have any. So if you hack me, you're not going to get anything. Just my debt. So it's really not worth it. And if you're like trying to intercept all of my online orders, all you got to get is paper. I buy lots of it. Oh, my name is Pearl. I love that. "12 minutes to go." Yep. It's the final countdown. All right, coming in with black. Final countdown. Need to sharpen it a little bit. Oh, that's gorgeous. Well, yeah, I'd be interested to see if one of the girls, if they choose to have children, if they'll use Dawn. I imagine Georgia might consider it, as it was a sister's name as well. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Do I like singing? I do like singing. I just sing really bad. So Wickapoo. I know I'll be even confuse them even more and call you Bella Pearl. They'll be like, what? Is this woman on crack? What? You actually don't sing bad? Yeah, dude. Final countdown. Oh, when you get, what's your name, Angie? When you get back, we got to go see Top Gun. At least it won't be full of people when we go, which will be good because I don't want to sit down the front again and make myself sick. All right. Let's come in with that Sienna Brown. That's close enough. That'll do. La, la, la. Yes, it's such a. They'll be all like, "What?" I'll just go, "Howdy, Pearl," and they'll be like, "What is she on?" I'll be like, "Howdy, Pearl. How you doing?" All right. A little bit of cream. Get up. Stop. Oh, what a musician he was. He was a savant. Sorry. Went into my own head there. All right, we're getting Ryan. Ryan. Did you know that in Japanese, lion is Ryan? It took you 3 days. Yeah, I could imagine. But I'd want to do the same thing for St. Paddy's Day. I would have kind of tried to find some kind of Irish Celtic name. Lacy Rose. No, I think Ashley suits you. Yeah, I'm kind of liking that. Then they would be Alexia Catherine. Oh, nice. Nice. Dinner day 3. Well, yeah, it was kind of Velda Luella May. No, Velma. Oh my God, what? Okay, yeah, I'm kind of glad you turned it around. Yeah, my mum had absolutely. Yeah, is easy to spell. Yes, I agree. And as a teacher, it's spelt normally. It's great. Thanks. My dad didn't even give my mum a choice. It was, I've wanted Tammy since I was 13 years old, my daughter to be called Tammy, and she's being called Tammy. So that was part of the deal for it. They even got married, was if we have a girl, she will get called Tammy. So the other option was Mandy, so I'm kind of glad that I got Tammy. Although, as you get older, you sit there and go, it'd be nice if I was Tamara or something a little bit more professional sounding. But nah, I'm just Tammy. I call her Pumpkin. I love it. Pumpkin. It's cute. Now, Georgia, I was tossing between. Isabella was always going to be Isabella. There was no if buts about that. I'd had her name picked since I was young, and that was the same deal when I was married. My husband, I said, you can choose the boy. This is what I'm having if I'm having a girl, and the fact that she was born at dawn just cemented that her middle name was going to be Dawn. And then my husband wasn't around when Georgia was born, so he had zero say. But I was tossing between Georgia, Mackenzie, and Dominique for there, but she was a Georgia, and she is a Georgia. So I knew that as soon as she came out. And but if I'd had another, not that ever happened, but if I had managed to, find someone else and whatever, go down that path again, if I'd had another girl, she would have been Temperance. Sorry. But all right, we've done a line. In half an hour I've done a line. There we go. All right, let's go on to bore. Boring. Sorry, couldn't resist. Let's go. We're going to do a bore, and it's going to be beige. I'm going to use beige. So boring, beige, bore. Sorry. I was trying to be funny. Probably wasn't very successful, but, just pretend for me. Boring, beige, bore, called Bob. Bob the Bore. The boring bore. Now you can wonder why my kids get confused in my class, because it's not just on these streams that I go down these paths. I go down these paths in real life too. Is it in focus for you guys? Because I get the picture I get is before it's processed by YouTube, so it's always a little bit fuzzy. I'm just making sure that it's not too fuzzy. That's all. Because I can. Yeah, okay. All right. Cool. All right. Alliteration is too much. She sold seashells by the seashore. Yeah, hey, my whole brain's fuzzy, so let's what's why I'm asking you people, because All right. La 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 la. All right. Light umber. Flicky is about as much flicking as you'll ever get from me. I don't flick. I smush. Man, he's a chubby boar. Just saying. He's a bit fat. He's been eating a bit too much. What was the one? Was it Pumbaa in The Lion King? Which one was the war dog? Roast pork. And I'm like, Kuna Matata. Oh, you never. Yeah, Pumbaa was the warthog. Yeah, okay. Timon was the meerkat. Yeah, I couldn't remember which way it was around, and I was like, I was like, been a while. So I'm doing these animals purely from my reference head in my brain. So if I am incorrect in colouring, I apologise. They are just whatever is coming into my head. But hopefully I won't get it too wrong. Okay. 70% warm grey. Oh, beef stew. Yum. I made best pumpkin soup last weekend. So good. We had chicken nuggets and chips last night. So French fries for everyone in the US. Because the night before I had a split honey soy chicken and roast veggies and stuff. So we'd had like a decent meal the night before. And Em was away at a party last night. So it was just Georgia and I. And Georgia's like, what are we having for dinner? And I'm like, whatever you decide to make. And so she decided to make chicken nuggets and chips. And I'm like, cool, that's what dinner is. Thanks. Oh, Angie, found a, hey, Pamela, I found a new salad at Fresh and Shave. It's a Mediterranean couscous salad. Oh, I'm telling you, it's not bad. So that's another version. I'm like, nice bit of a warmer salad. Yeah, that works. Yeah, Pumbaa just sounds like a fat name. Pumbaa. Pumbaa. All right. Where you be? I know I just had you out. All right. What's this one? 50% warm grey. with the limited amount of flicking I'm willing to do. All right. Back to 70% warm grey. Oh, no. Yeah, it was really good. It was good. There you go, Disney games. I was only discussing someone the other day. We were talking about Switch games and the kids playing it in the library at school, and like they get a bit excited. And I'm like, yeah, I don't get it. I don't do games. And they're like, yeah, we do. And I'm like, oh no, I'm old and boring. She's actually even more geeky than me. All right. What's this? The 10% warm grey? No, this is yellowish grey. There you go. And then black. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And I don't care. Jamie, I'm kind of with you. I did play a bit of Candy Crush and the Harry Potter game on the iPhone when it came out. But yeah, I'm not a games kind of person. My favorite game used to be the good old Snake on the Nokia. You know, that was what, yeah, good old Nokia and their little Snake game. That was fun. Kept me awake on my night shifts many times when I was out doing patrols. I'd be like, I'll play a game of Snake. I'm like, oh my gosh. I need to find, there has to be an app where you can play Nokia Snake. I've got to see now. Sorry, I got sidetracked. This is what happens to my brain. Search. Nokia Snake. Yes, you can. Look, there's Snake 97 retro phone game. I'm going to have to download that now that I've got that in my head. I'm like, yeah, I used to love that. That was about the ability of my game playing. I'm getting in close because I'm blind. All right, back over with beige. Hey, Sarah. Hey, Evelyn. How are you? Oh, it's lovely to see both of you. All right, beige. My boring beige. for my boring bore. Just going to blacken up his tail a little bit more just so we can see it. Don't want to get him lost. All right. Oh, you don't know. There we go. Woo. What'd you get? What'd you get? What's it? Oh, look. I love when Evelyn sends press kit because you just don't know. And the next minute she just sends you something and it's just like the sweetest thing. I try to return the favor to her every now and again. Every now and again she gets something off me and she's got no idea it's coming. And I like that. Or Jamie just gets something that, well, may end up with something because, you know, some stupid person sends it to the wrong address, you know. Yo. Oh, yeah? Yeah. Right. Hey, right. Sorry, George is yelling at me from her bedroom. Yeah, I could imagine. I'm glad. Yeah, I said to you, I said it sounds like something I'd do. It was in fact something I did. My gosh, I'm like, how long did it take to get there? It's craziness. Okay. I need oh, Evelyn. Oh, don't Evelyn, that was not, I miss you, but that's ridiculous. But love you. Thank you. That'll go towards the ridiculous, stuff that I purchase. I have issues. I went. My friend come around yesterday to craft with me because I've got her addicted to cutting paper, and so she comes around to craft with me, and I'm like, ooh, she showed me something she'd found at the cheap shop, and I was like, ooh, I need that. And she legit thought I needed it. So she goes, okay, we'll go now. And so we went craft shopping instead of actually crafting. And she goes, I think I enjoy the shopping more than the crafting. And I went, yes, I have issues. And I'm like, yeah. But look, I'll show you what I got. They were really cool. But the fact that she actually thought I needed them. And I'm like, sweetheart, I need nothing. And then... and then we ended up, but anyway, so that's okay. So, but what I got was vellum printed sheets, and I'm like, I'd just been in that store and I'd completely missed them. So, like these vellum printed sheets, and I'm like, ooh, I need to have them. And I was like, okay. And so I didn't want them to go without me owning them because the cheap shop gets them in, then doesn't get them in again. And I was like, ooh. So I went and got these. Did I need them? No, not at all. But like the fact that she thought I actually legit needed it, I'm like, oh my gosh, I need nothing in my life. Not that way. And then you just have what I have. And then I had an ex-student at the counter and she was putting in a new register roll. And I'm like, can I get a register roll? And she looked at me and she just gave me one. And I'm like, I love that my students just accept that I'm weird. And if you're wondering what I use register rolls for, I make with all of my scrap pieces of paper, I make like rolly bits. Whoa, whoa, my autofocus must still be on. Hold on. I thought I'd turned the autofocus off. Whoa, sorry for that. That gave me a headache. Yeah, and so I make scrap rolls out of them. Do I have half a register roll here still? Yes. But, you know, I saw it and I went, oh, well, I'll ask. And she just gave it to me. And I'm like, cool. Thanks. All right, deer. A deer, female deer. Da, 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 da. All right, so I'm going to use light peach. To a deer, female deer. Although I don't think it's a female deer, but, you know, I think it might be a book. Mind you, those antlers are disproportionately large for the size of the body. Just pointing it out there. All right. Really? What was that? What class was I in the other day? Oh, I don't know. It was a maths class or something. And something happened and I ended up singing that song. And the kids just started singing with me. And I'm like, oh, they still teach this. This is awesome. Yeah. Yes, Dawn. Cards. That's what it's, yeah. I use it in my albums and stuff. Oh, I'm having a break if you hadn't figured. Because I'm just like, do you just want to see the, I posted a picture, but here's the, here is the, if you were here on, what's it called? Friday night with me. There is my book, my Faxe book. She's finished, and she's a little bit shiny. I like shiny. I'm sure you've figured that. But so that's the back. But oh, I lost the ribbon. But yeah, so this is her. She's all done. She's all filled with bits and pieces and so forth. On and 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 on. But yeah, so like there's like little hidden bits and yes, I finished her off yesterday. So she's all done. All the way to the end. And these this pocket and this pocket are made from the dust cover of the book. So I try to use all, and obviously this is made from the dust cover. I try to use all the parts that I can. Yeah. No. She be done? All right, let's get back to colouring. I've had a break. This is what happens to my brain, just so you know. It just goes into one place to another all the time. Like, I'm kind of glad that last night I had an idea at 8:30 instead of 3 in the morning. But I come up with, I don't know. I made a ephemera holder using laminating pouches. It's all stuck in, so the little pockets are see-through, and they're for So you can. But I was like, oh, I think I know how to do this. So the laminating pouches are stuck out, but they're not hard. They haven't been melted. So it's like cheap vellum. Because vellum is expensive, and I'm a teacher. I have laminating pouches everywhere. And I'd rarely laminate anything anymore, because if I want to send kids something, I just send it through their devices. So I don't do much printing and displaying of stuff anymore. So I'm like, oh, what color are you? No. Trying to find the color I want to use. No. No. Yes. Yes. Okay, goldenrod. Maybe I might keep his belly white, actually. Oh, Evelyn, that's gorgeous. Did you get it on video? Because that Casper would run away scared. It'd look at him, and Casper would be hiding underneath the table. Oh, Riggs. Imagine Riggs and all of the kangaroos across the road. I drove out the other morning to go to work, and the kangaroos were kind of spread out in front of everyone's houses, lounging around in the front yards and kind of just standing around in the front yard. And I said to Emily, I said, we look like what overseas think stereotypical Australian houses look like, with just kangaroos everywhere. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. Okay, no worries, Dawn. Have a lovely day. Thank you for joining. I'll see you sometime soon. Bye. Look after yourself. But, and I'm like, yeah, we're the stereotypical Australians, because it's not normal. There's not normally kangaroos in our front yards, except for mine, of course, because, you know, I'm not normal. But we were having a giggle at that. And I'm like, of course. All right, let's go for, what have I got here? Burnt ochre. Sorry, zoned out. Had zoned out, which happens regularly. Do I want to give him, I don't know if there's, I can. I might have to come back in with paint in a sec, because I've got to bring out some white acrylic paint soon anyway. And give him a star. Like, it's a very feminine face for a buck. Like, it looks like, anyway. It just doesn't, not work it. Oh yeah, scratching his belly. It's like, it's even cuter when you get the at the moment because there's lots of joeys because they're well fed over there, and so they reproduce like bunnies. When you see the mother eating the grass, like bending over eating, and then the joey's hanging out of the pouch eating the grass at the same time, but it's too lazy to hop out of the pouch and just kind of puts its head out and eats the grass. It's like so cute. Oh, shut up. Sure you can hear that. That one you couldn't have not heard. She'll be back tomorrow, Evelyn. All right, this is Dark Umber. So she certainly does. She was just down packing up her stuff. Then she's got to come up here and put it all away. And I get to be like a kid in a candy store and be like, oh, look at this. Ooh, I like this. Be like, we got double sets of everything coming. It's going to be like kind of crazy. But I've moved everything around downstairs, so she's pretty much got like a whole area to just fill with stuff. And her room is massive anyway. But we need to go to IKEA and get some storage, basically. But going to IKEA is a 3-hour drive away. But I'm going down there in a few weeks, so I'll pick it up while I'm down there. But, sorry, this is black if I didn't say. All right, coming back in with light peach. Hey, Christine, how you doing? Triple sets of some things. Did I find the stapler? Oh, yeah, no, I got that far yesterday. I'm like, what are you talking about? Yeah, no, I got that far. I got the stapler gun. Just haven't made the fence yet. I got in the zone yesterday. Well, Jules come around and we did that, and that was until like 2. And then I was in the zone of finishing off Foxy. So, it may happen today. Might happen tomorrow. Who knows? May not. May happen sometime this century. That's probably more accurate. 70% warm grey. All right. Now we do his antlers. Oh, I need to I kind of need to not be in my dressing gown because it's warmed up, but I don't have a jacket out here, so it's all good. Oh, I hope you still plan on coming to Australia. You're not letting you get out of that one. You need to come here. I know that things got put aside for a bit, but I still am fully intend on you coming. Don't you get away with thinking that you're not coming. and yellowish grey. Well, you had gone and dyed it blue last time I saw it, but go crazy, girl. I'm all for it. Crazy colors. Black. You're coming from a girl that's had crazy hair colors herself. I'm thinking go crazy. Every now and again, I sit there and think I'm going to put a color in my hair, and then I'm like, no, I've just spent a year and a half growing out all the dye in my hair, and I'm like, no. But you were pretty much indoors for 2 years, Evelyn. I reckon it's great that you're doing that. It's purple and blue. Yeah, nice. Oh, good. Yeah. Hopefully it all kind of just evens out now. Like everything's opened back up and all that kind of stuff. All right. Where you be? There you be. There you be. And there you be. No, yeah. You want to do oil slick. Oil slick. All right. So I'm just getting some white acrylic ink. Acrylic ink, white. La. No. And I'm just going to come in and paint in some highlights with the tiniest detail brush ever. It is a 16th. And I still can't do fine lines. I am not a detail painter. I'm just telling you. I'm a throw it on a palette knife and smudge it around kind of painter. Or use my fingers. So you'll have to bear with me. Christmas. Don't come in summer. It's way too hot. Way too. Yeah, no, I'm not that desperate. This'll do. I just have to look at my coat. I'm sure there's fur all over it. All right. Sorry, you're just dealing with me to play Twiddly Dinks now. Apologise. It's not very exciting, I know, but it's these little things that make a difference. Yeah, I know they drop whiskers, but I'm still not doing it. I'm like, way too much effort. That would require getting up off my chair. I should show you that. Hold on. Just gonna. No, it's too hard to find. My art teacher, the person that's taught me stuff, her sister is also an artist, but she paints oil portraits that are this big, but full detailed oil portraits. Like she went into the Archibald. She was a finalist in the Archibald this year, and they're this big, and she paints with brushes, well, one-hand brushes. It's incredible. I don't know how she does it. Yeah, well, if you want to, you can. I'm like, I'm just going to go to the shop and buy brushes. I reckon we could make a quilt out of Casper's fur more than brushes. We just start collecting it and make a quilt. Instead of a down-filled quilt, we'll have a Casper-filled quilt. Yeah, her sister's incredible. But, like, you know, she's been the finalist in the Archibald so many times. But she never wins, sadly, because, you know, obviously this tiny little miniature painting isn't, you know, I don't know. And she's a girl. Archibald's still very male-dominated, the art world. But yeah, it's just incredible, her work. Like you'd see it and you think it's like a huge oil painting, but it is this tiny little miniature. It's absolutely incredible. Sorry while I'm doing this. I know it's a lot quieter than normal, but it actually... Oh, see, Casper's getting his winter coat, so it's actually nice. I can go a couple of days without sweeping because the floor's not covered in his fur. It's kind of nice when he gets his double coat and I don't have to sweep so much, but it's when he loses his double coat that is not so much fun. Springtime, not I definitely do a lot of spring cleaning, let's put it that way, but not by choice. It's called all of Casper's fur. Nothing like a lab double coat to try and sweep up. At least it's not a husky. I've got to admit that. At least it's not a husky. Oh my gosh. Mind you, I probably wouldn't have a husky in where it's just too hot. All right, much as they're beautiful. All right, so we're slowly getting there. Hey, Louise, how's it going? What are we doing? Well, we got this out. I might as well just continue with some things. Make some things stand out a little bit while I'm doing this before I get into the background. That was a little bit much. So this is a problem. It's like shiny things. Once I start, you're just like, yeah, I'll just keep going. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Stop. 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 Stop, stop, stop. And she says that as she goes in for a little bit more. All right. Okay. Putting the paint down. It's like step away from the paint. Yeah, and Angie did that the other week. Evelyn was like just not feeling it. That's okay. I totally get that. I think it's actually healthy to have a few hobbies that you can go between, because then your brain has steps away from it. All right, I'm going to put all of these colours away, these pencils, before I move on. I'm not going to do the bird until I've done the background, because I've got to figure out what I'm going to do the bird. I've got to do the background first. So, where did I put them? Nope. All right. The question always comes down to, where did I put things? Oh, that made sense. I did put them in a smart spot. Excellent. Okay. Oh, I've got to take this off, and then I'll get cold. But I'm hot. All right. Brushes. Oh! Just things flying around here. Don't worry. Nothing died. Yeah. It was just a brayer. Okay. All right. Just moving things. Yeah, your hair is really thin. I didn't actually make any comments about snail trails because he doesn't really have a snail trail. We're actually really good, I must admit. I guess the Angie's on my side. We were surprisingly well behaved. Probably because you weren't here to corrupt us. Maybe that's the reason. All right. Okay. So I'm going to be using Neo colors, by the way. I was like, what am I going to use? And I'm like, Neo colors. That'll do. I haven't used Neo colors in so long. And I was like, what will I do? And that was what my brain decided. All right. So I'm going to come in with lemon yellow. And see, I was like, I thought I bought all the Neo colors. Sure, I went and bought the whole set of Neo colors. Anyway, I don't know. It's all right. Angie will be like, you'll have the whole set soon anyway. She's probably got them all. I don't know. No, it was the ink tints that I bought the whole set of. I don't know. Brain. That was way too much water. Way too much water. I have fine hair, but as they say, I have a lot of it. So I go to the hairdressers and they see that my hair's fine and they think, oh, yeah, it's going to, it won't take long. And then they're like, oh, my gosh, you have so much hair. And I'm like, I know. But it's just fine. Okay. All of that yellow for that. But anyway, it's okay. I'm going to mix it in. It was deliberate. All right. This is vermilion. Hopefully you can kind of see. Hold on, I'll move it over so you can kind of see my mixing. All right. Sorry, I'm water painting, so. Hey, Belinda. Oh, my gosh, another one. I have so long no chat. How you doing? How's it going down? Apparently, I'm colder than you, but sorry, I get all excited. I'm like, whoa, hey, yay. It's like, all right, slowly. Once again, as the no water medium. Evelyn. No, because it cost a fortune to send over here. And I'm sure Angie owns it. No, you only have 30 Leo. Oh, there you go. You answered my question. No water stage. That's funny. Oh, the Neos are beautiful, but they just blend like butter. They're amazing. I know. Yes. Yeah. What is it? I think we're back on normal. It's 8:20. Trust me. I know. I've been sleeping in because I'm a rise with the sun kind of person. So in summer, I'm up at 5 in the morning. But in winter, I get sleep ins and I get to sleep in till 6:30. It's like, oh, so nice. Oh, Belinda, you'll appreciate, because I know you're a bit of an old lady like me. The other day, I've got to show you this photo. I was sitting out and I've moved the recliner, the recliner in my lounge room out so I can overlook the river. But I looked like an old grandma because it was cold. So this ended up being me. I'm in this little crocheted blanket that I found at the op shop, overlooking the river because it's cold. But I'm like, I just wanted to sit in my recliner and look out over the river. And I was like, so old. But oh, you've been put over in Belinda's pointing out. See, I'm back at work, so I miss Belinda's stuff. That's the problem. So everyone that's, usually I'm at home for, I'm now back at work, and it's like rude. All right, so I'm slowly coming down into the more red orange. Yeah, granny blanket. I know, so great. And I saw it at the op shop, and I went, I need to own that. And so I bought myself a granny blanket for $10. It's gorgeous. Because I can't crochet. I tried to convince Georgia because Aldi's got little crochet kits. I'll sound posh. Crochet kits at the moment. And I was trying to convince Georgia that she wanted some so she could learn to crochet, but I couldn't convince her, which I thought was a bit rude. Oh, see, I'm just heavy-handed with everything, Sarah. So it just works. See, it's funny. I go into the water mediums and I'm like, don't be so heavy. Be lighter, gentle on the brush is what I'm telling myself in my head. But yeah, but you're a freak, Angie. Seriously. I'm in tanks all year round. No. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think we're going to have a short winter, which is good, Belinda. Well, no, not so good because I like cold weather. But yeah, I've got 3 blankets on my bed and a doona, and getting up this morning, I was like, but it's so toasty. And Winchester's taken to sleeping in the crook of my back. So it's like, I'm going to disturb the cat. I need to stay in bed so I don't disturb the cat. All right, we're slowly getting there. Slowly. It's like watching paint dry. Sorry, couldn't resist. You can check the outside. Well, yeah, I'm not going it. Oh, have you got the one that tells you on the inside of what the outside is? Because I just use bomb, to be honest. I just go to bomb and go, yeah, that's good enough. It's always a little bit colder than bomb tells us, but I'm like, yeah, that'll do. See, being lazy and don't want to get out the fine brush. It's all right. It's a glow on the statue. It was deliberate. That being said, I'm about to come in and actually put glow on the statue, but you know, it wasn't quite what I was after at that point. All right. Ah, nice. 22. Oh, says 11. It's not too bad. It's dropped there, but warmed up there. Yeah, that sounds better. I know it's warmed up because I'm just in a long sleeve top now, so I'm like, not quite want to sit here in my Audi kind of weather yet. Oh. What was that, Georgia? Just heard some random noises coming from Georgia. I'm like, what? Sounds like she's taking after me. I think she must be snapping with friends. That explains it. Meat, cabbage, and beans. Oh gosh, that sounds like something about Mary. Sorry. Beans. Honey, I'm home. Woo! Honey, you're home. Nice to hear it. Okay. Okay. You can tell water medium isn't my thing because it's like I'm so quiet. And I'm like, need to concentrate. Must concentrate. Oh, thanks, man. I'm just trying. I'm trying. It's what I do every time. I just try. I don't know if you guys have all seen the sunset photo I took the other night. It was glorious. I must admit, it was just the perfect sunset. I love winter sunsets. It's on my community tab. But look at that. The river was just not a ripple. It was mirrored to perfection. Like, it was magic. Absolute magic. Oh, Chinese mince. Yeah, that could be some. I want to make curry sausages. There are a few dishes that you've got to make in winter. Curried sausages is one. Chinese mince is another. I've made pumpkin soup, so sorry, I'm just coming in and putting in some highlights while I've still got the yellow out. And I'm thinking of it, basically. Oh, I need to stop being so concentrating so hard, because it's like I forget that I'm supposed to be talking to you. But I hadn't decided what I was going to do for a background when I did the ground cover and stuff. So now I've got to make it all kind of meld in. All right. I'm going to go in with Scarlet. I don't know. Can you still see me? Oh, cute. Take it up, quill. Oh, yeah, no, I need to quill. I've got an entire quilling kit here that I never use. I bought it like 20 years ago. Luckily, paper doesn't go off. Well, you know what I mean. I love quilling. It's so cool. But me and tiny things aren't really the best combination because I've got giant fingers. Oh, I love cross stitch. Love cross stitch. Nice. You have been doing it forever. Is that the one with all the blacks and that dark one? That had like 5,000 different threads, different colors. One of these days I'm going to learn not to go from left to right, but actually go from right to left. Anyone would think after 44 years I still don't understand that I'm left-handed. And oh my God, first joke this threading 12. No. That is, I wouldn't have even thought of that. See, like I've got this little kit. Where is my kit? That I bought at a craft show 1,000 years ago. Oh yeah, my ex-husband's fiance tats, and it's so cool to look at. So what I found, like these are at Daiso. So if you ever get a chance, go to a Japanese store because they have these thin ones for making lucky stars and all with. But you see, there's the extent of my quilling. But it come all in this kit, and it just come with a whole lot of quilling paper. You can tell I've used it a lot, hey? It's like, it's the winter one with the hood and trees. So yeah, I can't. Yeah. Did it while watching the Ten Commandments. Charlton, oh my gosh, we are old. Hey, seriously, we are old ladies in younger people's bodies. Charlton, oh my gosh. mean? This is hard work. You could decorate. I could decorate, and I think about it all the time. And then I'm like, oh, effort. I'll just go find someone else that's done it for me and buy it already done. I think about it all the time, that like using the quilling at the front of the albums and stuff. But I'm like, that means I'd actually have to remember how to do it and read the instructions. And then I'd go down another rabbit hole. And I go down enough rabbit holes. You grew up quilting. Oh, really? Quilting. Oh. Wow. That's awesome. I've made some quilts. I'm just one of those people that grew up in a crafty family. So, we all did crafts. I gave my aunts and my mum did stuff, and we all just had different things that we did. So I've always grown up crafting. I'm 13 years old and everyone else is buying dolly magazines and whatever else. And I'm buying cross-stitch magazines and home decorating magazines. Because, that's what you do. All right, going in, hopefully, with, purple, but it's really magenta. But, all right. Oh, I need to mix that with the scarlet. It's a bit too purple yet. I'm with you. It's like my colleagues all into miniature houses, and I'm like, I can't. And I bought? Yes. Did I buy some when they were on sale at Spotlight? Yes. And do I have things? And I'm like, no, I can't. No. And then I went down and I was looking at all of the cool ones, and there's 3-story Japanese house on Amazon that is glorious. And I'm like, that would look so cool in my Japanese room. And I'm like, Tammy, you do not need another hobby. It's like, no. The problem is that when I start a hobby, I drag everyone around me into the depths of the hobby as well. And then, like, my best friend's husband, I'm sure, just sits there and goes, can you not? Because then the wife goes and buys all this stuff because I've got it. I'm so bad. But that's all right. It happens. It's like hobbies, man. But they're good. They keep us busy. They keep me, they keep me from going insane, to be truthful. But yeah, I know. You'll make it for me. Yeah, it's gorgeous. It's by hold on, I'll have a look. Yes.
I have a cat.
You have a cat? A fat cat?
No, I don't. I have a fluffy cat.
You have a fluffy cat. She's actually letting you. Oh, she's not happy.
She's been laying on me for the past 2 hours.
Oh, yeah.
So she has to have cuddles and she has to suck it up. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, this one is like the cutest thing. It's like, that little Japanese house. It's like adorable. And I'm like, I'm like, do not need you. I do not need you.
Look at that.
I'm like, oh, Storm looks so angry right now. She's just given up on life. She's like, I love you, but I don't like being touched. You know that. Let her go. You're being cruel to her now. Yeah, she does, because she's a princess like you.
Okay, I have fat cat now.
Yeah, fat cat now. Awesome. All right.
At least you would actually accept that.
You've done a house like that? Oh, that's awesome. All right. I'm going in with Prussian blue is what I've got here. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it now because I'm kind of going off to the side, but you can kind of see me coming in the corner with some Prussian blue. Basically, I'm working with what I got. Yeah, Winnie likes cuddles.
You just look at this.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I'll get cuddles.
Yeah, that's great.
So I'm actually going for a sunrise, not a sunset. I know it's really weird. We usually always do sunsets, but I'm trying to do a sunrise because, you know, he's the waking up to with the weight of the world on his shoulders kind of thing. I don't know. No worries, Sarah. Thank you for dropping in. We all have issues, Evelyn. Oh, I'm so glad you're here too. It's awesome. It's been lovely. So nice seeing everyone. I'm just playing with you know, near colors now. I haven't used them yet. I've got a 24 set. Apparently, Angie's ordered the 72 set. I will let you know. We will use them at some time. I know that I'm not going to be a fan of them in the fact that they've like made them tiny but haven't reduced the price. Like, you know, tiny little cores when you're used to fat Derwent pencils normally. But no, I haven't tried them yet. But I'll let you know when I do. And then finally in with a bit of black. No worries, Wicca. Yeah, well, I assume they're meant to be like Prismacolor. They're supposed to be a lot softer. Because like, you know, the pro colors and the studios and stuff are like hard as nails and yuck. So these are supposed to be, yeah, like a softer kind of, I believe, cord kind of version. But I haven't tried them. I've got them sitting right there, but Angie will get up me if I pull them out. Well, I don't have the big set. I've only got the little set here that Angie bought up. What are you doing, Georgia?
Cleaning up songs on it.
Oh, good. Was that payback for you picking her up?
No, it was
All right. No, I'm not. Way too much effort. All right, I need more black.
You know,
What?
most people get to sleep in on some days, right?
Mm.
But I can't because all I hear is your voice.
Oh, sucks to be you.
So I woke up when you started streaming.
Sucks to be you. I'm sorry, darling. If it makes you feel better, I'm going to go back to bed soon.
Yeah,
Sorry. Messing with said child now. The joys. Sweet joy have. Oh, George is going off because I woke her up because she doesn't get to sleep in on Sunday mornings because I stream and all she wakes up to is my voice. And I'm like, sucks to be you. Emily's out camping in the middle of Whoop Whoop, and I bet you freezing her little bummy off and hungover. To be a teenager again and want to do that kind of stuff. Yeah, no. I will pass. I miss the interacting with the girls. Yeah. Well, you know, depends what mood they're in, whether they want to comment and come and annoy me. Sometimes they do. Emily was out here for a little bit on Friday night. She was keeping me company for a bit. Sometimes they pop in. Sometimes they don't. I think it just depends on their mood, you know, or who they're talking to on Snapchat or whatever. You know, their own social life. The joys of teenagers. And yet I deal with teenagers for a living. What's wrong with me? All right. Today I think I must admit I have been a bit louder than normal this morning. I don't know. I've woken up quite awake this morning and kind of in a good mood, and you want to take on the world until I get back to bed. It's kind of like, yeah. All right. Some kind of light grey. Light grey. Hey. Go figure. Okay. Oh, no worries. Have a good day, Belinda. Thank you for popping in. Enjoy getting up and getting warm. Oh, the joys of it. All right. Hey, Dione. How are you, darling? Sorry, I didn't see you come in. I'm kind of like half zoned out doing this. I'm going over my time probably too, but I'm finishing these clouds off. I don't think there's anyone after me anyway, so it's like, yeah. I'm not worried about these birds because they'll probably mostly be black, so. Hey, Kenny, how you doing? Hey, Catherine, how's it going? All right, nearly there. Now I need to come back in with a little bit of yellow. A little bit of yellow. Ah, a bit more thumbs, plunked. That's all right. All right. A bit of... It's like doing the reverse. Okay. And last little bit. No worries, Mona. Have a lovely day. All right. It's always hard when you're trying to do stars to be random because you're like, your brain wants to sit there and put it like evenly spaced apart. You're like, no, don't do that. Random. All right. What's that? Oh gosh, I've just seen near colors all over my desk. Look, this is my arm. This is what you get for being left-handed, man. This is what you get. That's what I did. Anyway. People have to take off. Feel free. I'm just going to hang until I get this done. Bye. Louise, you got too. Okay, bye. Oh, that was a bit much. Me. Oh, did I seriously smudge all of the... Listen, we're not talking about what I just did. Okay? You didn't see it. It was meant to be. Totally didn't just run my hand all across that. Because I wouldn't do something like that. Don't know what you saw, but it wasn't that. They're distant star clusters. It's the glow. It's the halo. It was deliberate, meant to do it. All right. Okay. Obviously, my arm has made its way down to there. Oh, rude is all I have to say. Very rude. My desk is covered in red. Looks like it's been murdered. All right. So these guys will be black. This one will probably, I don't know, but it's only, oh, look, he looks like he's been stabbed here. What? Oh, no. Hold on. I need to lift off near color. I look like I've stabbed him. I mean, Hercules did stab him in the back, but not, that was figuratively, not literally. See? Mistakes, people. They happen. Bye, wake up. Oh, welcome back. No, what? I'm confused. No. Oh, you're not leaving. I don't know. I don't know what I was doing. Okay. I know. I agree. But, let's not be too exciting, Angie. I've just managed to, stab him and have him bleeding from the side and stuff. So I'm not doing multicolored stars. I'm just trying to do something. Oh, you can't see the oh, look, see, you never saw the stab wound. See, it never happened. You never saw it. See, that was my plan all along. You never saw the stab wound. See, never saw my mistake. If you didn't see it, it didn't happen. That's right, eh? Yeah? Totally the case. Feel a bit wrong going, so closely to this area, lightening it up. All right. True. Sorry, doing, concentrating stuff again. Concentrating stuff's hard. I'm trying not to smudge my stars all over again. All right. That is looking kind of, hopefully, done. So I'll zoom out. and we'll see how it looks. No, I got silent in the last half an hour. Been thinkings. Hurts. All right. Does bees? Oh no, we've got blue banded bees at the moment. Our place, they're so cute. All right, there we go. That'll do. I'll probably touch up a little bit later because that's me, and I sit there and go, ooh, I don't like how this blend is looking, so I'm going to come in and. But with water medium, you've got to be a bit careful that you don't do too much on top of each other, otherwise it starts to pill. I'm like, just need a couple of blends that I'm not too happy with. So I'm like, yeah. All right. Lovely. Anyway, I need to stop. Put the paintbrush down. You can tell I'm listening to myself. And I wonder why kids don't listen to me. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, except for the birds, they're naked. I will do the birds, but like I've got to go back to thinking then, like fine details. I'm too tired. I mean, honestly, this is legit the birds. Okay. Here we go. See, it's still too wet, but they're going to be like, here you go. Bird. But it's too wet. I need to wait. But that's there you go, birds. Bird. Oh, I can't. It's too wet. I'm going to rip the paper. But that's it. But yeah, that is how it's looking. The birds are pretty much going to be mostly black silhouette. This one will have a little bit more color in it, but not much. It's still off into the thing, so it'll be mostly black. Alrighty. Oh, see, 2 hours. I'm done. She'll finish it. All right. Thank you very much for joining me. Now, next weekend, I don't know. It might be a Joanna. It might be a Malalina. You know who I'm talking about. You know, mandalas. Melapolinone. Yeah, I can't even. It's just not going to happen. It could be, who knows? It could be anything. Wherever the mood takes me next week. And it might be with chroma flows. Who knows? All right. Thank you very much for joining me. I do appreciate it. Evelyn, thank you so very much. You are just so sweet and generous to everyone. And if people don't tell you enough, you're just amazing. And please don't get bitten by any bees, okay? And I just hope you're not like me if you do. Because I got bitten by an ant the other week, and that was bad enough. All right. Have a lovely day.